The distress signal crackled through the void, transmitted on every known frequency with the desperation only imminent extinction could inspire. Admiral Chen Martinez stood on the bridge of the UES Prometheus, watching the holographic display as the message repeated in 17 different galactic languages. "Help us, the Devourers have come. Colony designation. Theta 7 requests immediate assistance. Population, 4 million souls. Time until orbital bombardment, 72 hours. We have no defenses. We ask only for mercy in our final moments." The transmission originated from the Kelthani homeworld, a species humanity had encountered only twice before. Both meetings had ended poorly. The Kelthani were proud, isolationist, and had made their opinion of the barbarian humans abundantly clear during the last diplomatic summit 3 years ago. "Sir," Communications Officer Wright spoke up, her voice cutting through the bridge's tense silence. "We're receiving additional transmissions. The Galactic Council is declining to intervene. They cite the Kelthani's previous aggression toward member species as justification for non-involvement." Martinez felt his jaw tighten. Politics. Even with 4 million lives hanging in the balance, the galaxy's bureaucrats were settling scores. "Captain Rodriguez," Martinez called to his second-in-command. "How long until we reach the Theta 7 system?" "At maximum burn, sir?" 68 hours. "Then we'd better start burning." The bridge erupted in subtle activity as the crew prepared for emergency acceleration. Martinez knew what his officers were thinking, the same thing echoing in his own mind. The Kelthani had called them savages, had rejected every human attempt at alliance, had even gone so far as to petition the Galactic Council to restrict human expansion into civilized space. But that was politics. This was people. "Sir," Wright interrupted again, "incoming transmission from Earth Command." Admiral Zhang's weathered face materialized above the holoprojector. "Chen, I've seen the reports. The Council's position is clear." "With respect, Admiral, I didn't call for permission." Zhang's expression softened slightly. "I know, that's why I'm not giving you orders to stand down. But I need you to understand what you're walking into. Long-range scans show a Devourer fleet of at least 40 ships. You have 7. Then we'd better make sure we're enough." 20 minutes later, Martinez stood in the Prometheus's primary cargo bay, addressing the assembled crew. Behind him, loading mechs worked frantically to organize supplies, medical equipment, food synthesizers, temporary housing units, and enough firepower to level a small moon. "In 4 hours, we'll be joined by civilian vessels," Martinez announced. "Merchant ships, colony transports, even some luxury liners. Word has spread through human space, and they're coming, not because the Kelthani are our allies, not because the Council asked us to, but because when someone asks for mercy, we don't just give it, we give everything we have." The crew's response was immediate and overwhelming. These were humans who had grown up hearing stories of the Blitz, of Dunkirk, of countless moments when their species had chosen to fight impossible odds rather than abandon the innocent. 36 hours into their journey, Martinez received an update that made him smile grimly. The human fleet had grown from 7 ships to 73. Mining vessels had abandoned profitable asteroid claims. Colony ships had changed course mid-journey. Even the notorious Captain Sarah Stormfront Kelly had diverted her notorious pirate crew to join the rescue mission. "Admiral," Wright reported, "we're receiving a transmission from the Kelthani government." The hologram showed a tall, elegant alien with the characteristic blue-green skin and luminous eyes of the Kelthani. Martinez recognized Premier Tholvek from the disastrous diplomatic summit. "Human Admiral," Tholvek began, his translator rendering his words in clipped formal tones. We did not expect your response to our distress call." "Didn't think we'd come?" Martinez asked. "We thought perhaps you would demand concessions, terms. We prepared to offer territorial rights, resource agreements, anything to—" "Premier," Martinez interrupted, "we're not coming to negotiate. We're coming to help." The alien's expression cycled through several emotions Martinez couldn't interpret. Finally, Tholvek spoke again. "Our children are afraid. Our people face extinction. Your species owes us nothing. We have been unkind." "Yeah, well," Martinez replied, "sometimes being human means being stupid enough to help people who don't like you." When the combined human fleet dropped out of hyperspace at the edge of the Theta 7 system, They found the Devourer fleet already in position around the planet. The organic ships, twisted amalgamations of metal and flesh, turned toward the newcomers like predators scenting fresh prey. "All ships," Martinez broadcast across the fleet. "You know the drill. Military vessels engage the Devourers. Civilian ships get those people out of there. Anyone who wants to leave before this starts, no judgment." Not a single ship broke formation. The battle was brutal and magnificent. Human fighters danced between Devourer bioships, while transport vessels dove through the chaos toward the planet's surface. The Prometheus and her sister ships formed a battle line, their weapons carving brilliant lines of destruction across the void. On the planet below, human crews worked frantically to evacuate civilians while combat engineers set up defensive positions. When Premier Thalvek asked a human medic why she was risking her life for Kelthani children, the woman simply replied, "Because they're children." 16 hours later, the last Devourer ship was nothing more than debris drifting in space. The human fleet had lost 11 vessels, but 4 million Kelthani civilians were alive and safe aboard human ships. As the evacuation fleet prepared to depart for human space, where refugee processing centers were already being established, Premier Tolvek sent one final transmission. "Admiral Martinez," he said, "we asked for mercy. You gave us everything. Why?" Martinez looked out at the stars, at the ships carrying grateful families toward safety, at the debris field that had once been an unstoppable enemy fleet. "Because," he said simply, "that's what humans do. We bring both meals and missile wings, and we let you decide which one you need more." The evacuation fleet jumped to hyperspace, carrying 4 million refugees toward a new home among the stars. Behind them, the wreckage of the Devourer fleet served as a reminder to the galaxy. When someone asks for mercy, humans don't just give it. They deliver it with both hands.